So apparently we have more info on the Charlie Kirk situation. There's now text from his roommate revealed that Tyler Robinson confessed to the crimes. They're saying his roommate was trans, and I don't think we'll ever see this roommate. Let's get into the video.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died."
You know, it's almost like Tyler Robinson knew he was going to get caught. Otherwise, he wouldn't have confessed in this text message. I think he realized the situation was kind of hopeless to escape, and this is going to be his last message to his roommate, if these texts are real in the first place, because a lot of people don't believe them. But let's continue.
"Of old age, I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?"
And you hear the roommate in text multiple times trying to give him an out. Hey, stop confessing to me. But it's like he knows this is pretty much raps.
Robinson, I'm sorry. Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering." Roommate, "Why?" Robinson, "Why did I do it?" Roommate, "Yeah." Robinson, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." Roommate, "How long have you been planning this?" Robinson, "A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it." Robinson again, "I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle."
Have we ever had a shooter escape the feds, the authorities? Especially with all the cameras we have in 2025, I would imagine that'd be a really, really hard thing to do nowadays. And it amazes me sometimes the confidence shooters have at the thought of them being able to get away.
IDEK, if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The F in messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke all right. I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again. Delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, "My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN." Not answering. Robinson, "Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA." Robinson, "I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff." Again, "You are all I worry about, love." That came from Robinson. Roommate, "I'm much more worried about you." Robinson, "Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent." The search for Robinson.
If these text exchanges are actually real, this is pretty insane. He basically planned this out for an entire week, and was pretty confident he was going to get away, but he couldn't retrieve the rifle. Now, here's the only thing I don't like. Many people think these texts are fake. They think it's yet another narrative trying to be designed. I just want to say that at first they implied that the text said he had his roommate pick up the rifle. But now all of a sudden in these texts that just came out, he never told his roommate to pick up the rifle. The first time the Fed said he told his roommate to retrieve the rifle. The story just changed. I don't know if they realized that. And when I read things like my old man, I thought that was very strange too. I don't know anybody under the age of 25 that refers to their father as their old man. But maybe that's a state thing. Lastly, where is this roommate? And if the roommate's name is already hidden, why is the gender identity of the roommate important to this matter if they're supposed to be kept confidential? Also, what does the implication of his dad being a diehard MAGA have to do with this situation at all? Some people are saying they don't believe the text at all, and some people are saying some parts are very suspicious and they think more was added in. And do you remember the first old guy that they arrested that claimed to be the shooter saying, "Shoot me"? Apparently he said he did it to help the real shooter get away, which is actually a pretty good story. He's pretty old in age, and maybe that was just something he believed in. However, what's strange about this is after they determined he wasn't the shooter, they apparently went through his phone and found inappropriate material on his phone, illegal inappropriate material, PDF material. I guess all in all, I hope this is a truthful investigation and there's no corruption involved. They also said there was some type of Tyler Robinson manifesto. What's that manifesto gonna say? I was brainwashed by the left. And here's what some people are saying about this video. They continue to insult our intelligence. That reads like a boomer text. And some people are saying this reads like the FBI wrote it. As soon as I get to my vehicle, my love, squad car. I've never heard an actual civilian refer to a police officer's car as a squad car. And pretty much everybody is calling this a script. They don't believe what happened here. And someone even responded to a third person point of view in the text. It seems strange that Robinson used the third person here. Remember how he was engraving the bullets. I heard that too, and I thought that was weird. I was actually wondering who he was referring to, but he was referring to himself apparently. Or maybe he just hired a professional to do it for him. And while I'm not here to tell you what to believe, do you remember that Fox News interview where the Fox News host said we should inject homeless people with poison to kill them? Let's go to that.
Crisis is happening.
Exactly.
And it's not our job. We shouldn't have to live in fear. Put them in a mental institution, put them in a jail.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something, just kill them.
He said that, and then he was forced to apologize for saying that, which he didn't sound sorry at all. I'll go to that apology for you. You tell me if this sounds authentic to you.
And it actually happened when we were together on Wednesday, Lawrence. In the morning, we were discussing the murder of Irina Zaruska in Charlotte, North Carolina, and how to stop these kinds of attacks by homeless, mentally ill assailants, including institutionalizing or jailing such people so they cannot attack again. Now, during that discussion, I wrongly said they should get lethal injections. I apologize for that extremely callous remark. I'm obviously aware that not all mentally ill homeless people act as the perpetrator did in North Carolina, and that so many homeless people deserve our empathy and compassion. Lawrence, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brian. I'll see you tomorrow.
Those aren't the eyes of regret. Those are the eyes of I got in trouble. Now, the reason that's important is because someone just shot up a homeless center. A mass shooting just happened. It was actually 2 mass shootings at Minneapolis homeless encampments, and 13 people got hurt.
Unfortunately, here we are yet again in the aftermath of a mass shooting. This is not normal.
It was later reported there was a total of 13 injured. Along with that, there's been 2 lynchings that happened in Mississippi. As a matter of fact, violence is spreading all over America at a rapid rate after this Charlie Kirk incident. And while many MAGA have been accusing the left of inciting violence, we just watched the Fox News host say we should hurt homeless people. Now that's happening. It just seems like these people are taking their anger out on the vulnerable. Because it's like I said in my last video, they always need to find something else new to hate, something else new to be mad at. They were taught nothing is your fault, blame somebody else, and take your anger out on them. As a matter of fact, here's Trump inciting violence since November 2nd, 2024, before he was officially the president again.
Into the end zone, and that's where we are, but we're in great shape to finish off these people, these leftist, crazy people that are destroying our country, and we're not going to let them destroy it.
He is sending these people into psychosis. They're in mass hysteria. After they found out that the Charlie Kirk shooter was a white male, here is MAGA still blaming the left after these text messages got released.
Yes, we don't need it. What is interesting here
is why is only this happening on the left and not the right? That's all we need to know.
What about
There's absolutely no cognitive...
What about Melissa Hortman that we just talked about?
You want to talk about Melissa Hortman? Did you know her name before it happened? None of us did. None of us were spending every single day talking about Mrs. Hortman. I never heard of her until after she died.
She doesn't matter?
Don't play that bullshit with me.
That's exactly what he just implied right now. He said, who cares? We didn't know who she was, so why do we care after what happened to her?
No, what I'm saying is there was no demonization, amplification about that woman before she died. It was a specific crime against her by somebody who knew the same. Now, you could bring up Josh Shapiro, but then you will not bring up, for example, that was a pro-Palestine person. So don't use your, what about this? The fact of the matter is the both sides argument not only doesn't fly, we don't care. We don't care about your both sides argument. That shit.
Exactly. So basically he just admitted to exactly what she just said right now. He doesn't care. None of them do, unless it involves them. And they're so lost in this anger. Look at this face. They're so lost in this anger, they can't even see where the problem is coming from. That they're just deluded. There's nothing you can tell somebody like this. He's decided to see the world a certain way, and there's nothing you can say.
Is dead. For one thing, there is no cognitive dissonance on our side. On your side, your beliefs do not match reality, so you're coming up with these rationalizations like, what about this or what about that? We're not doing that because we saw it happen. We saw a young, bright man assassinated, and we know who did it. We are not coming up with rationalizations. We are calm. We are honest, and we are resolute. We're not defensive, and I understand the defensiveness. I understand why people are...
We're not defensive, but let me explain why I'm defensive. I'm telling you, he's just projecting what he is.
Saying, what about this, and what about this? Because if you have to face the underlying fact to this, your life is gonna fall apart.
It's crazy because this guy is clearly off his rocker, but there's someone that's going to watch this video and think, yeah, this guy's making complete sense. And it sucks that so many people like this are just a lost cause, because I would like for there to be a middle ground or a resolution for all this violence and these lies, but a liar chooses to be a liar. If someone decides to see the world as a certain way, that's the end of that. I'm telling you, what these people are gearing up for is so dangerous. Here is Trump today saying we're gonna go after people like you because you treat me bad. This is the president making threats against Americans that he doesn't like.
And what do you make Pam Bondi saying she's gonna go after hate speech? Is that, I mean, a lot of your allies say hate speech is free speech.
She'd probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe they'll come after ABC. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech, right? Your company paid me $16 million for a form of hate speech. So maybe they'll have to go after you. Look, we want everything to be fair. It hasn't been fair. And the radical left has done tremendous damage to the country. But we're fixing it. We have right now the hottest country anywhere in the world. And remember, 1 year ago, our country was dead. And now Washington, D.C. is fixed, and I fixed it. The mayor was fine. The mayor was just fine, okay? The mayor had the sick city for many years. He's been mayor for many years. The one that fixed it was me and my people, and it is so safe. You should take your beautiful wife tonight and have dinner down there. You won't be shot, you won't be accosted, you won't even be looked at incorrectly by anybody. Washington, D.C. is safe. Now we're going to Memphis, where it's pretty rough, to put it mildly, and then we're going to have to go. A friend of mine who...
Donald Trump sent the National Guard to Washington, D.C., and we watched them pick up trash because there was nothing to do. He did nothing. These fake accomplishments, fake problems, fake solutions, and the crowd goes wild. Fake president, fake tan, fake hair, fake son, fake wife, fake employees, fake coworkers, fake businesses, fake business documents. America isn't the hottest it's ever been, Donald Trump. America is the fakest it's ever been because it's a reflection of you. Any leader should see his people as a reflection of him. So if there's discourse in your country, it's on you. You pardoned over 1,500 criminals and told them to fight the left. You told them they had a right to be radicalized because the left is the problem. Emotional, and you want to win because you are a loser. You've lost the economic stability of this country. You've lost this country's trust. You're losing the trade war, and you're making your fans lose their minds. You lose so much you have to lie about how much you're winning. And if people don't pretend you're winning like your fans, you threaten to go after them. The hate speech you've allowed to thrive in this country is not disavowed by you. You disavow those that disavow the hate speech in this country. The violence in this country is not disavowed by you. You call for more. You say that these people are the reason you have a right to be violent against them. Did you not see how I pardoned 1,500 people from January 6th that were violent at the Capitol? You have your supporters making videos saying they're going to go commit more mass violence. And we already identified 2 of them. One was a J6er with a public criminal record. Is that the left? If there is one thing for certain, it's that you will go down in history as the worst president America has ever had in this country. Citizens are a reflection of you. Understand you're trying to create an army by validating every one of your supporters and what they do, even when they're wrong, because you just want their loyalty, and they can't see past that. Doesn't mean the real Americans that want justice for all and not the right or the left are going to stop asking you for the Epstein files. Release them. You may have put your followers under this mass hysteria hypnotization, but unfortunately for you, most Americans see past all of your lies. You have officially introduced chaos and lawlessness in this country, and it's only been 8 months. You failed us, President Trump. You made a video saying you're not doing too well and you know you're going to hell and that you're on the bottom of the totem pole. So you know how awful you've treated American citizens that don't deserve it. And yet you continue to take stage and continue to be this same person that you yourself said is at the bottom totem pole of hell. I did not know how easy it is to control a large portion of America until Donald Trump stepped in the scene. They are so easily manipulated by their own cognitive dissonance to the point you can't have a conversation about what's right and wrong anymore, because the only thing right to them is what Trump said was right, and anything else he didn't say was right is wrong. And if you are MAGA and you still cannot see past Trump's lies, I really hope you do before it's too late. He is setting up to be a dictator and has lied so much we don't know what to believe when we hear news stories or any information come out about anything. We have to question everything now because of the amount of misinformation and disinformation he is allowed to thrive in this country to his benefit, because uneducated people, which he stated he loves, are his target market. Do not remain uneducated. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.